welcome to Kicking It with Leslie on Monday, Mardi Gras pre-weekend. What's up, Izzy?
What's up? Yep. You had to get that in, yep. 1 week
Yes.
before we all get drunk and run around like lunatics.
No. It's going to be a great weekend. And it's supposed to be like 50 degrees out here now, which is great.
It's a damn heat wave here today, people.
I know. It's like 65 today, so it's beautiful out today.
Hey, like I said, when I see that Easter bunny, I'm probably going to go to jail because I'm going to kiss its ass and hump its leg. Because I feel so sorry for somebody's in a bunny suit, so...
I'm going to get you a chocolate bunny. A chocolate bunny. I'm going to watch you kiss its ass.
Yeah, I will. Fucking... I told everybody, they're like, oh, that's pretty harsh. I've never seen somebody want spring so bad. I'm like, you don't even know.
Everybody wants spring and summer right now. It's crazy.
Like, I would deal with the April showers. It could rain. It could be a fucking monsoon outside. As long as it's not sub-zero freezing like we've had.
No.
It's like...
Don't like this cold weather.
It's
for the birds. It's for the birds.
Hell, the birds don't even fly in. It's like...
Hey, so I've been having lots of birds come visit me the past couple of days, so...
It actually got warmer.
Spring's coming.
Yeah, it's around the corner, so... Daylight savings is right around the corner, too, so, yeah.
When is that again? I haven't paid attention. First week of April?
No, it's in March. It is the 9th.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Coming in hot. Yeah.
I know it's way before April, but that's all right.
Yeah, I'm tired. Coming in soon. I'm tired of it getting dark at 4:30. So you get up, it's dark.
It's almost 6 o'clock now.
Well, you're right. It is almost 6 o'clock now, but
it's getting better.
Yeah, it's getting better. No. But yeah, I'm so ready for it to get dark at 7. Then, because it's 7 right now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And but if it gets lighter and it's warmer, I can, after I get off the afternoon show, run some errands, go ride my mountain bike, do a couple laps over Creve Coeur Park, then come back to the studio and do the show with you or with, Paul, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. I can't really do that now because it's like, it's either dark or it's snowing or it's sub-zero and... it's like a mess, but...
Yeah, I'm sure the park was pretty busy today.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
With it being 65 and yesterday as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so how was your weekend? Because everybody knows how my weekend was.
So, on this note, everybody brings great sadness that Izzy's mom passed away. So sad. Yeah. So, you got your glass of... You got your drink that we just poured?
Yep.
That I just poured?
Yep, sure do.
So everybody, grab a glass, raise it up to Izzy's mom. We love you. God rest your soul, and thanks for she's going to be looking out over you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Leslie.
And so, cheers.
Yeah, my mom would like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saturday, guys, my mom passed away. And,
so sad.
I talked about it on the afternoon show, and I'll kind of, if you weren't listening to the afternoon show, she passed away on Saturday. It was a beautiful sunset. It was at 5:59 p.m. Wasn't a cloud in the sky. And, she went very quietly and had a little bit of a smile on her face, What was interesting is when I went in her room, I didn't know that she had a view because they had these blinds, and the blinds are like the same pattern as the wallpaper. So I always thought it was a wall. So I walked in there Saturday. I'm like, holy shit, where'd the sunlight come from? I'm like, what the hell? I actually thought they moved her room or something. So yeah. And, I held her.
It's time for you to get glasses.
Yeah, no shit, right? But now I'm telling you, I've got pictures, okay? With this thing shut, it looks like a wall. So make a long story short, they started disconnecting stuff, and, I had to make this decision, and I had talked to everybody, and this was for the best,
Yeah.
And,
You don't want her to suffer anymore.
well, a couple interesting things happened, and I'll share with you guys. So I'm saying my goodbyes and telling her everybody loves her and they're gonna miss her, and my aunt calls and she goes, "She hasn't passed away yet, has she?" And I'm like, no, her vitals are still looking good. Good. Put the phone to her ear. I want to say my goodbye. I'm like, great, because I'm running out of shit to talk about. So this is just kind of how my family is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we're not perfect. So
Nobody is.
so thank God my aunt called, and then it gave me the great idea. I can go through the chain of people that knew her and say goodbye. And, my aunt and uncle said goodbye to her. Michelle said goodbye, and some of the neighbors did. And then after that phone call, that's when, things start slowing down. And, and then she passed away. And so, I spent time with her, and then, said my goodbyes, and I had to deal with the hospital. Then I went outside, and that's when I sent that massive text message out to everybody, And the first phone call I had was Leslie. And
really?
Yeah, you were. And you were like, "Where are you? Are you at the hospital? Do you need me to come there? Do you need me, whatever, I'm here, I'm like, "No, everything's taken care of." And she's like, "Look, I'm here. I've got other stuff I can do, but I can be there through the whole thing with you." And that meant so much to me.
Oh, you're welcome.
That one of, the girl that helped me get my first fake ID, going into nightclubs underage, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, a lot of people from back then has met my parents. And I'm like, I know Leslie's met my dad, but I don't know if, like we talked about it on the show, I don't know if he ever met my mom because she was always out of town working,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
And, and the thing is, but see, here's the thing. My mom knew who you were, though. With Girly Girl.
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, but with Girly Girl,
yeah,
because she was like, she asked me if you were running the company. I said no. And she goes, "Well, she's on every damn advertisement." And I'm like, well, it's because she's a spokesperson, and she's one of the original Girly Girls, and, she'll be with the company as long as the company's in business. And she's like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "Well, she's real pretty," and blah, blah, blah. And then she would laugh at some of the videos we'd post up of you, And so she knew who you were,
Yeah.
But that meant a lot to me.
Sweet.
That you were the first person to call, and you're like, "Hey, I'll drive there, whatever you need. I will be there," and, the rest of the night. And I didn't need that. I already had everything taken care of, but that meant a lot to me,
Oh, yeah.
And then the text messages started pouring in, and, people saying they were sorry. It went out to my entire contact list. So there was people that didn't even know my mom was in the hospital. Because I kept the circle tight,
Well, you should.
And so, it worked out pretty good. But then I went back in the hospital after I got off the phone with you. And this is before we went on the air. I was like, "Did you listen to the afternoon show?" And you said you didn't. And I said, "Okay, cool, because we got some shit to talk about here." So my aunt calls. She calls me back, and she's trying to be an aunt. My aunt sounds exactly like my mom on the phone. Okay?
Oh.
It's crazy. Even weird little shit they do, they sound the same. So my grandma, or not grandma, my aunt goes, "There's something I need to talk to you about, and it will happen, and I don't want you to be scared." And I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, my goodness.
And she's like, "Your mom will visit you within the next 2 weeks." The whole preposition thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and she's like, "Don't be scared, but she's going to let you know when she passes over she's okay." And I'm like, yet again, some more bullshit from my mom, and because she'd always like, I can see into the future. I'm like, no, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you spelt my name wrong. You know what I'm saying? So try not to cry here. But anyway, make a long story short, on the way home, I'm leaving the hospital. I get in the car, and there's a commercial on the radio. And so I don't know, and I don't never do this because I've got choices. I could just hit the CD player. I could turn on the XM where I don't hear commercials. I can tune into Styling Radio.
Yeah.
I did something that I don't know why I did it. My finger just hit the button on the steering wheel and auto scanned to a different station. I went through 3 stations and they were all playing commercials. And then all of a sudden there was this station that popped up and it was at the end of some song at the very end. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then the song comes on and it's like a 50s, 60s style song. And it said, don't worry about saying your goodbyes. I've moved on to greener pastures. And then it's kind of a hippie type, not a hippie song, but like a song that you would sing along, and
Yeah.
And then it said, oh yeah, by the way, I didn't leave a forwarding address because I'm at those big pearly gates. I fucking broke down crying on the highway. I'm surprised I didn't get hit by another car. I had to pull over.
She was saying her goodbyes. I love it.
And Leslie, I've heard this song before, my mom singing it when I was a little kid. I heard it, like I was maybe 4 or 5 when she was in the kitchen singing it one day, right? Making food.
Yep.
And then I heard it when I was like 10 or 11. We were going to Kmart. I have never heard that song since then. And you know me, I listen to all kinds of music. And what's crazy is I try to look this song up on Spotify and YouTube and even our mixed discs, that where we get the licensing for music and stuff. I can't find this song. And it's like a late 50s, 60s song. Now I'm going to tell you something what's even crazier about this. So I put the car back in gear, merge back into traffic and come home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that station was left on, right?
Yeah.
The next day on Sunday, I went out to go somewhere and my factory amp in my car does this weird thing and it'll reset the radio every now and then. And I've looked for that station and I can't find it.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
I sat in the car for 20 minutes trying to find that station that plays that kind of music and I can't find it.
Yeah, she was saying her goodbyes. That's awesome.
I had another incident similar to this. I'll tell you guys the story and we're going to go into the music here. When my grandfather and my uncle passed away on the same day, the coroner broke it down to 30 seconds apart. My grandfather was in the hospital. My uncle was at home. They lived across the street from each other. And ironically, they both passed away at the same time.
That's crazy.
So my grandfather, years prior to this, and it's been a big joke in the family, right?
Mm-hmm.
For 2 days, he had this cricket in the house, and it was driving them nuts where he couldn't sleep. And you just hear this cricket chirping and chirping and chirping.
That's the worst.
Yeah. So everyone's been there. On the 3rd night, he said, screw this thing, he got a broom, and he was going to kill this damn thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you got to picture this older man that's retired. He's in his, like, pajamas, not the flannel ones, but the ones with the stripes with the button-up shirt. He's walking all over the house telling my grandma, going, Mary, I can't find this damn thing. And it's like in every room, did he bring some friends? And my grandma, when he turned around, he had this broom in his hand. It was on the back of his pant leg. And so I can just picture my grandpa running from room to room and just freaking out about this thing. I've had enough,
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
So to fast forward at my uncle and my grandfather's funeral.
There was a cricket?
There, you got to understand, there was like 100 something people, 150 people. They were preachers, everybody knew them, And of course, my uncle's friends, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And the Masons just got done doing their little ceremony thing. and I'm holding my grandma's hand, and she's just bawling her eyes out. And I look down, and there's a damn cricket. And
Oh,
he's just
I love
chirping,
signs.
chirping, chirping. And he started hopping over to my grandpa's casket like he's paying his last respect, but then started hopping real fast over to my uncle's. The funeral home people freak out. They're trying to grab this thing. And my grandma said, "Don't you dare touch that." My husband just told
Aw.
me he made it through the pearly gates. And I always thought that was the craziest thing I'd ever seen until on the way home I heard this song.
Nope, it's not.
And
Believe
so,
in it. Yep.
and so, like I said, my mom wouldn't want me or any of us to dwell on her
Nope.
passing. And, you know, and everybody, if you got a drink, raise it up.
Raise it up. Cheers to Mom.
Yeah, cheers to Mama Izzy.
Now she's up there dancing with my mom and my grandma, so they're having a great time.
Well, she's finally
I'm sure they're having margaritas.
I'm sure she's with my dad, and that's what she kept talking about for the last 2 years. I'm just ready to give up, be with your dad. I'm like, don't say that.
Yeah, yep. Your mom and dad's up there dancing with my mom and my grandma, so cheers to all of them drinking margaritas.
Yeah.
Yay.
So on that note, guys, we're gonna go right back into music. And so
We'll be right back with Kicking with Leslie.
Yeah, with who? With who?
Me.
Yeah, with Leslie. We'll be right back, guys.